Hello, today's Pokemon review is on Aerodactyl. This is the battle feature figure by Wicked Cool Toys, and this is what it does. Now, I was super excited to be getting an Aerodactyl figure because it's not a very popular Pokemon, so this will actually be the first Aerodactyl figure in my Pokemon collection. Now on the back we see the other battle feature figures released alongside the Aerodactyl, including Charizard, which I have already done a review on, so go and check that out. Next up I will be reviewing the Scizor figure, so if you don't want to miss out on that review, make sure to hit that subscribe button now. And also hit the notification bell so you're alerted as soon as I upload. The figure does come with a clear stand which attaches together like so. First impressions are I really like this Aerodactyl figure. I think they've done an excellent job on the mould. And the thing that's really impressive about it is this wingspan. For a 4.5 inch scale figure, it's actually from end to end of the wings about 7 inches. So I was really impressed at seeing how wide the wingspan goes. The battle feature on this figure is a wing flapping action. And the way it works is the wings flap up and down whilst you press a button on the back. So whilst you press the button down, the wings go down, and when you release the button, the wings go back up. It simulates the Aerodactyl figure flying in the air, and that's what the battle feature is. So if you look at the back, you can see this is the button that you gotta press, and when you press it down, the wings automatically go down, and when you release, they just go back into their original position. So that is the battle feature. Now, with a lot of the battle feature figures, I've already expressed my opinion on battle features. I don't think they're necessarily the best thing in a 4.5 inch scale line. I'd much prefer that the figure was a fully articulated figure. But this is what you get, and for what it is, the battle feature isn't that bad on this figure. I think, as you can see, when you do the battle feature, it does look like the Aerodactyl is in a flying motion, so it's not that bad. I'd compare it to the Gengar figure where the tongue comes out when you press down on it. It's very similar to that, so it doesn't take that much away from the figure itself, and that's what's good about it. You don't necessarily need to use the battle feature, and the figure still looks good as a standalone figure. In the end, not that bad a battle feature on this figure. So let's try taking down Ash with the battle feature. So as you can see, he does take down Ash pretty easily. We'll try to fly in from the back and take him down, and he does go down easily. So the battle feature does work for what it is, and I can see kids will probably have fun using it. In terms of the paintwork of this figure, it's very immaculate paintwork. As you can see, it's very nicely painted around the eyes. There's no spillage of paint outside the lines. The mouth section is also really nicely painted. You can see the teeth and the tongue and the inside of the mouth are all different colors, and there's no spillage in between them. The sculpt of the figure as well is very nice. You can see the head sculpt looked exactly like how an Aerodactyl should look, and you can see the individual teeth there as well. So that's a really nice touch. Overall, I'm really happy with the sculpt of this figure. As you can see, the rest of the sculpt is nice as well. You can see the curved tail with the triangular point at the end, so good attention to detail there. And the most impressive part about this figure are the wings. I wasn't expecting them to be that far out, and you can see they've even got the 3-fingered hand on there as well. Now on the back of the figure it doesn't look that good. We've got that button for the battle feature and the wing mechanisms, so it doesn't look that good from the back, but you won't be looking there too much anyway. So overall, very impressed with the mold of this figure. There are 8 points of articulation on this figure, so you get 1 point in the mid section of the wings and then 1 at the end. So once you press those sections down, they snap back into their original position. The other points of articulation are in the legs, which are on a swivel joint, so they only move backwards and forwards. You can see they can move about this much forward, and in terms of backwards they go about this far back, so not that much movement but enough. The next point of articulation comes in the tail, which does swivel around a full 360 degrees, but this is probably the most pointless point of articulation because most of the time you'd want to keep it in that original position. And finally, the last point of articulation is in the head, which is on a ball joint. So it does go around a full 360 degrees, and there's tilt forward and backwards. So it tilts forward this much and back that much, and it does go slight movement from side to side as well. So there are plenty of positions that you can pose the Aerodactyl in terms of the head position. So really happy with the fact that they included a really good ball joint for the head. Now I just wanted to show that the Aerodactyl can stand without the clear stand that it came with. So it does stand on its feet, and it actually looks really good without the stand if you wanted it that way. But if you decided you didn't want it and you wanted to show it in a flying in the air sort of position, then you'd much rather use the clear stand, and it does go on very easily onto that stand. Now in terms of size, I was impressed with the wingspan. So if you go from one end of the wing to the other, it actually is about 7 inches in length. So I wasn't expecting that with this figure in a 4.5 inch line. In terms of height, from the bottom of the foot to the top of the head, he's about 2.5 inches tall. And if you look at the Aerodactyl from the side, from the end of the mouth to the end of the tail, he comes in at about that 4.5 inch line. Now in this section I like to compare the figures alongside some of my other Pokemon toy lines that I'm collecting. So here's the epic Wicked Cool Toys Gyarados figure, Wicked Cool Toys Blastoise figure, Wicked Cool Toys Greninja figure, Wicked Cool Toys Gengar figure, Wicked Cool Toys Charizard, SH Figuarts Mewtwo, SH Figuarts Ash Ketchum, Wicked Cool Toys Ash Ketchum, Figma Lilie, and the Moncol Pikachu. So that was my review of the Wicked Cool Toys Aerodactyl Battle Feature figure. Overall, I think it's an excellent figure. I really like it. I think for a Pokemon that's not that popular, this is definitely one you want to pick up. I think it's a great addition to anyone's Pokemon collection, and if you're an Aerodactyl fan, it's an absolute must. Compared to the other battle feature figures as well, I think this is one of the better battle feature figures. In fact, out of all the battle feature figures, I would say this is probably my second favourite behind the Gengar. So definitely pick this figure up. Next up, I will be reviewing the Scizor figure that came out alongside the Aerodactyl. So if you don't want to miss out on that review, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also that notification bell so you're alerted as soon as I upload. If you liked that video, hit the thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more Pokemon toy reviews, hit that subscribe button now. Now go back and watch all my other videos, and I will see you all next time. Bye.